All right, folks, what's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with another video. All boxing, everything. Make sure y'all subscribe. All right, y'all, back with my post-fight thoughts on Artur Beterbiev versus Anthony Yarde. All right, y'all, so shout out to Anthony Yarde. He definitely gave Beterbiev a good fight. He definitely gave him a much better fight than I anticipated. But it actually came down to those keys of victory that I had for Yarde. You know, I did say that if there were certain things that he did, like if he used a lot of flurries and if he used his left hook, he would have success. But I had trouble seeing him be able to do that in the beginning, you know, when I was playing out in my head versus Beterbiev. But when it came down to it, you know, with Beterbiev standing in front of him and him being first, he was able to get off some nice shots in this fight. So, you know, shout out to Yarde. But Beterbiev, he's just on this next level. Like when it comes down to his durability, the grit, the boxing skill, the technique, you know, I just couldn't pick Yarde in this fight. A lot of people were picking Yarde. I think Errol Spence put like 100,000 on Anthony Yarde. In my mind, I'm thinking, look, y'all are friends, but in no way you're going to win this fight. I know you want to support your boy. You know, I like Yarde too, as far as like an entertainer. And, you know, his toughness, you know, he'll go in there and fight the tough fights, right? But when it comes down to it, I'm like, you know, Beterbiev, he's just on another level with his. You know, he's just so much technically better, and the fight in him will carry him through a fight. It'll carry him through the fire. And when it came down to it, I say, nah, man, like inside 8. And technically this was inside 8 because he stopped him before the 8th round ended. So it was what I predicted. Now, I was going to like give like a spot on prediction. I did say the 6th round, but I said, you know what? It's not going to go past 8 rounds. I really don't think it is. Beterbiev, once again, you know, he was just simply breaking down his opponent. You know, he was willing to take some shots, to give shots, and that's where people get him twisted. You know, people think that Beterbiev is, you know, just this guy who will go in there, he can box, but he can get hit as well. They think that him getting hit is, you know, just a big kink in his armor, but it's not. It's not a chink in his armor. You know, it's like he's one of those guys like Virgil Hunter said in the past. Sometimes you gotta take a shot to give 2 shots, right? So Beterbiev, that was his game plan. You know, he was coming in fighting behind a strong jab, backing Yarde up. Yarde was able to get off a couple combinations, you know, straight right hand up the middle, put a few marks on Beterbiev. The left hook was working. You know, he's going around the high guard, stepping around the side, doing a lot of nice movement early on. But eventually, you know, Beterbiev's pressure was just really you know, taking its toll on Yarde, because, you know, Beterbiev is still hitting him with these hard jabs, and people thinking that these flurries are winning with Yarde, because I know some people said they had Yarde ahead, and I was like, oh, no, man, like, Beterbiev is landing still the better shots here. Like, he's still landing this thudding jab that's, you know, slowing Yarde down, and then he'll follow up with, like, his overhand right, and he'll go to the body, you know, and every time Yarde would try to fight back, you know, Beterbiev would come on stronger. You know, he would come on a lot stronger. There was a point where he did kind of stun Beterbiev with the right hand, but when he backed Beterbiev into a corner, Beterbiev, he reversed it and started letting like those double rights go. He would go right hook to the body, right uppercut, right hook to the body, and just repeat, you know. So those shots like that are what was, I think, started to kind of, you know, frustrate Yarde, and at the same time, you know, break him down. You know, it was breaking him mentally and physically. You know, he's taking these body shots and head shots, and then it's like, oh, man, I hit Beterbiev with these combinations. He still won't go anywhere, right? I'm fighting him back, but he still won't go anywhere, right? So Yarde was always in the fight. He was making Beterbiev definitely, you know, fight for this win. He was definitely making him fight for this one, man. But overall, I still couldn't give him a single round. In this fight. Maybe like, I think it was either like round 5 or 6 where Beterbiev kind of took his foot off the gas and Yarde started to come back with a few combinations. But even then, like towards the end of the round, I think Beterbiev, he just started coming on stronger again. You know, started thudding Yarde with these punches, dropped him once, and then going into that 8th round, you know, just started, you know, really teeing off on him. Well, he hit him with that overhand right and dropped him. And the referee let him get back up, but you could see it in Yarde that he was just about done. So when he took a couple more shots from Beterbiev, he steps in and stops it. It was the best choice. Yarde put up a great fight for what he has, and that's what really definitely made Yarde earn my respect. It really earned my respect off of that fight, because I've always said this about Yarde is that they kind of rushed him. Like, he was fighting a lot of unknown guys, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's fighting Kovalev, and then he gets knocked out, just like I thought. And then over the past few years, he racks up another loss, like a close loss, but he's still fighting these unknown guys. Like, he never fought the guys like Zerto Ramirez, what's his name, Joe Smith Jr., Sullivan Barreras. He never really fought any of them type of guys on the way up, the B level and the C level competition. They were just like giving him guys, and then he jumped straight to fights like this. And again, same thing happened with this one. There were no guys in between. He just jumped right in here. So I don't think his natural talent and his skills have been really nurtured to the point where he can fight on this level and make the proper adjustments against this type of guy. See, even Bivol, he was fighting like a lot of the light heavyweights that were considered contenders on the way up. Joe Smith Jr., Isaac Salimba, Sullivan Barrera, all of those guys that had high skill, and high experience. But Yarde hadn't done that. Yarde hadn't done that. And I think that's the level he's always missing. And that's why he comes up short in these fights. Because if he would have fought that level, I think throughout this fight here, he would have been clinching a little bit more, tying up a little bit more early, landing those combinations, staying away from the ropes, and, fighting well off his jab if he had the faster hands, right? Because he did. But, Beterbiev just had the more consistent, powerful jab in this fight. So, yeah, man, overall, I enjoyed the fight. Beterbiev does it again. He's a break-him-down physical guy like that. And there's only one fight I want to see from here. But, they continue to hold it up, and that is Dmitry Bivol. Dmitry Bivol is the fight to make. I mean, I've said this before, next to Spencer Crawford, that's the fight I want. I'll do another video talking about it. But it looks like right now, I think Eddie Hearn is trying to get Caleb Smith his WBC mandatory fight against Beterbiev. So the longer they wait, it's like they're just aging this guy out. Beterbiev, it's time to get it. He wants undisputed. Bivol wants undisputed. So let's make it happen. Give Caleb Smith some step-aside money so we can see this fight, man. Or, make this fight in a couple months so Beterbiev can go in there, take him out, and then we can go on to undisputed, right, guys? But yeah, Anthony Yarde, like the guy, there was no hard feelings. He was still in good spirits after the fight. I think he knows what he has to do as far as what he has to work on. But everybody knows that when you fight Beterbiev like this, you take punishment. It could take something out of you. It definitely can, guys. But let me know what y'all thought of the fight. Undisputed next. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.